Hello and happy New Year's Eve. This is Carrie with Cookbook Divas. I'm just waiting to welcome our friends over on Amazon Live. We are broadcasting to the Cookbook Divas Facebook and YouTube and Amazon Live shopping channel. So those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, come on over to the Cookbook Divas channel here on Amazon Live, which I forgot to put in my scrolling ticker. Let me fix that because that would be a little bit difficult to find us without that. Amazon.com/live Cookbook Divas. Happy New Year. So I'm going out for a cocktail after this show. Then I'm going to come home and eat some bean soup that I made earlier today. I am home alone with my dogs because of a snowstorm. My boyfriend's far away. I don't care. I'm going to go to a fancy restaurant, have a nice cocktail, come home, eat soup in my pajamas, and then I have to drive my dogs to the middle of nowhere to protect them from hearing fireworks for about 15 minutes because there's a winery near my house that's going to blow off a bunch of them, and my dogs are like, oh, heck no. So I can only have one cocktail, and I'm going to be in the car in my pajamas and this shirt on top of it and a big coat with a nice heater, just stay warm for 15 minutes and protect my dogs from hearing scary stuff. I'd love to hear what you are planning to do today, but we're going to look at some cookbooks for the fun of it. Happy New Year. New freaking year. I actually had a pretty good 2022. The last 5 or 6 years, whenever it was New Year's Eve, I was like, good riddance to that year. It was horrible, especially the pandemic years. But I had a good 2022, so I'm reminiscing about it, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Let's see what happens. So I checked out some, hey, M3, nice to see you again. Happy New Year. I checked out some books from the library. Today, whoa, they just about fell on the floor and broke my camera. Well, they're heavy. I usually have them on a bookcase behind me, but I wasn't that smart today. And I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking this weekend because I have company coming next week. And that's part of why I don't mind being home alone on New Year's. I got a bunch of people coming to this house and I got to feed them. And they all know that I'm a cookbook researcher and collector. That doesn't mean I'm a good cook. It just means I have a lot of cookbooks. So I got to start cooking and baking ahead of time because that'll give myself time to taste stuff and go, oops, better not serve this to guests. So the first book I wanted to look through, I haven't looked through yet other than I did a quick reel flip through over on our Instagram like we do, where we just kind of basically put the book on a table and we just kind of go whee so that you can see what's in it. But we're going to do a deeper dive today. And I'm going to make sure I'm seeing my comments from our YouTube fans. First Generation Recipes for My Taiwanese American Home by Frankie Gaw. It got amazing reviews. Everyone's talking about it on Cookbookstagram, Cook Talk, etc. Let's take a look. I need reading glasses because my ring light is really bright in my eyes today. Ah! M3 is, you've been hoping to see First Generation for a while. Oh, I'm so glad. And I really appreciate you chatting because otherwise I'm sitting here talking to myself looking really narcissistic. And the one thing I like about cookbooks is it's not really a spoiler. Like if this was a murder mystery, I better not show you the last page. You're like, no! But the last page here is some beautiful, wow. Okay, let's start at the beginning though. First Generation. 10-Speed Press is the publisher. I can't believe I got this from the library this soon. I had it on hold and only one person wanted it before me, and they luckily gave it back quickly. The chapters are An American Pantry, Small Eats, Bing, I don't know what that means, Noodles and Rice, Dumplings and Bao, Family Style, and Bake Sale. And M3, have I ever told you the story of when I took a class in person on how to make bao and dumplings? I'm a lifelong vegetarian, so I was taking the class because I was excited to be able to make my own tofu and mushroom dumplings that I'm sure don't have meat and they weren't cooked in fish stock and blah, blah, blah. So there was a giant table full of fish and pork that we had to mash up together with our gloved hands, and I just couldn't do it. So luckily, there was this table full of old Chinese ladies that said, if you roll out, if you deal with the dumpling batter and make all the dumplings, then we will mush up the middle for you. And then they were so happy because we each got to take home 20 dumplings or eat them on the spot. And I gave them all mine, so they all got extra. Phew, I'm so grateful for those ladies. This book has a recipe list at the front. Cool. By chapter. That's very useful in case you don't want to flip through the whole book. Introduction. I am Taiwanese American, she writes. I've grown up with my grandma's steamed pork bao as my favorite food since childhood, yet I've only been to Taiwan twice in my entire life. I can still get excited over a bologna sandwich, fight a stranger over the merits of Olive Garden's breadsticks, and have heart palpitations seeing the green exit sign towards Cracker Barrel, and yet I still get harassed to go back to my country and ridiculed for my jet black hair and tan skin. So where do I belong? I would love to have tan skin. I can't believe, oh, goodness. All right. An American pantry. Oh, I love the way they did this with all the pictures of things that you need. Nice. Asian market snacks. Homemade sauces, condiments, and stocks. Store-bought staples. Simple vegetable stock. Wow, it's getting dark outside already, and my camera is making everything blue suddenly. Small eats. Let me know if you want me to pause on a particular page or something. I mean, I can't let people screenshot a recipe. The publisher would be pretty mad at me. A good pantry shopping list is essential for an international cookbook. Yeah, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting excited about a recipe. Oh, I want to make this. I think I have half the ingredients on hand, and now I'm going to go to the store, and then the store doesn't have it. But I'm lucky that when I'm living at my main house that I'm not at right now, I live in Seattle, and we have so many amazing grocery stores. Amazing Asian grocery stores. I'm very lucky in that respect. Cold marinated pickles. This is the appetizer that I get at Din Tai Fung in Seattle every time I go, and now I know how to make it myself. Yay! Charred broccolini and cucumber salad with scallion cashew cream. I love the big font. I actually maybe don't need these stupid glasses if they're going to have a big font for the item names or recipe names. Lapchang corn dogs. I did not expect to see a corn dog recipe in here. That's really cool. Yum. I have a weakness for corn dogs. Warm sweet potato and zucchini shredded salad, and they do 4 different shredded salads. Celery, bell pepper, potato, carrot and potato. Cashew, quote-unquote, Caesar salad. We're still in the small eats. Oh, a creamy corn soup recipe, yum. Grandma's pearl meatballs. Are you watching on your phone? I always watch stuff on my desktop, and I have a big monitor so I can see stuff clearly, but I don't know if these pictures show up very well if you're watching, like, what does that cookbook look like? You're on your laptop. Yes. So you can see them. Good. Fluffy cornmeal white bread. I did not expect to see that in this book either. That's pretty cool. Oh, step-by-step illustrations. That's kind of cool. I wonder if the cookbook author drew them herself. Steamed eggplant with crisped quinoa and mirin miso sauce. Well, that would make my eggplant less boring. The way I cook it is kind of when I'm not making it into a very naughty Italian dish that has lots of calories. This is honey mustard glazed Taiwanese popcorn chicken. Now I think I better jump ahead to another chapter, but I'm having so much fun with this one. Okay. Okay, Bing. What? I got to find out what the Bing chapter is. What is going on? Small eats. Okay. What is Bing? It looks delicious. Coming out. Frankie, haven't pan frying Bing on the stove in Seattle. Okay, scallion pancakes. I think I've been saying Frankie is a girl and Frankie's a boy. I'm not sure. We're just going to say they. Big Bing. And I normally would try and probably research that before I look through this, but it's New Year's Eve. I'm going to go out and get a cocktail, so I didn't take the time to do it. Rome Knows Tech. Hello. Welcome, Rome. Happy New Year's Eve. Good to see you. How are you celebrating? You're a couple hours ahead of me. I am still barely even at happy hour time, trying to bide my time until I get that delicious cocktail. M3 is always in the mood for scallion pancakes. I love these step-by-step photos. It's hard to look through this delicious Asian cookbook and know that I'm going to come home and eat boring old bean soup, but it smells really good. I cooked it today. It was on in my Instant Pot all day long. Not really, but a couple hours. This is Dan Bing, Taiwanese egg crepes. Okay, now I know what Bing is. Pancakes or crepes. Sesame xiaobing, baked layered sesame flatbread. It's probably pretty crispy. Step-by-step illustrations. I would prefer photos, but okay. Scallion pancake with egg omelet. Yum. That is amazing. Rome is going to be live. Yes, I was thinking of going live too. I have to leave my house at about 8:45 with my dogs in the car because the winery up above the hill for me is going to blast off some fireworks and my dogs just can't handle it. So we're just going to drive out into the middle of nowhere, and I think if the clouds lift, I might be able to see some amazing stars while I'm sitting there in the car with the heater running, waiting for the fireworks to be done. So otherwise, I might go live. I was thinking of doing trivia tonight. 80s, 90s, and 2000s pop culture and music trivia would be kind of fun because I can't do Christmas trivia anymore. Christmas is over. Step-by-step photos. Love them. What are they working with? Red pepper scallion pancakes with red pepper paste. That's why they're so orange carrot colored. Rome, drop your link because I'm not sure M3 has been to your live streams. I don't know, maybe. Xiaobing with slow cooked short rib. All right, we got to get to another chapter. Oh, this is going to be painful because I'm hungry. Noodles and rice. Oh, crap. The bar that I'm going to for a cocktail in about half an hour has teriyaki on the menu, and they don't have a vegetarian teriyaki, so I have to sit there and watch other people eating it and be like, she's going to make me Brussels sprouts. That's not a bar snack. That's a healthy side dish. Blah. But at least she's going to make me something special. Noodles and rice. Okay. Egg noodles. Step-by-step how to hand pull noodles. I wish I could show you guys a video of me trying to hand pull noodles. I can't. No, that's not my forte. Cold ramen noodle salad with ginger and garlic peanut sauce. One of the reasons I need Asian cookbooks is I'm terribly allergic to ginger. It won't kill me. It just is very painful. It makes blisters. So I have to make all these dishes without ginger. And I don't miss it because I don't really like the flavor of ginger. So it's a good allergy to have. At least I'm not allergic to cocktails. Scallion mac and cheese. Hand-cut noodles with minced pork sauce. Taiwanese beef noodle soup. Hey, everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook. Glad to have you here. Happy New Year's. I'm chatting over on Amazon Live with Rome Knows Tech and M3. Stir-fried rice cake bolognese. I've never seen a recipe like that. That's very inventive. That is a fusion dish, right? Cincinnati chili with flour noodles. Wow. I didn't know you could put noodles in chili. That is ingenious. It's like a beef stroganoff, but with tons more beef and beans, I guess. I wonder if they use red beans. Let me look. That would be funny. A can of tomato sauce to save you some time and not have to make your own. No beans. Okay, well, I would add some because that's what I do. I might be a better cook if I don't just randomly take a recipe and go, nah, and substitute something else. Oh, well. Stir-fried tomatoes and eggs with white rice. Yum. That is comfort food to me. That would be the perfect lunch. And you're getting some protein somewhere. Lao Ki Kongi. Let's jump ahead. Let's get out of noodles and rice into dumplings and bao because we have 7 more cookbooks to look through today. Make your own dumpling wrappers. I've done it. It's doable. I had to make extra because I owed those little old ladies a big favor for not making me squish up pork and fish. Whew. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Gung bao wrappers. I love these photos. That helps me so much. How to color dough. This might be the most useful part of the book. Oh, that would be fun to make some dumplings with different colors for the seasons. I love this. Okay, wonton folding, showing your hand positions. Cooking dumplings and bao. Yep, pan frying, boiling, or steaming. Do you know I don't own a steamer basket? I should probably get a couple. I'm surprised I don't own them. M3 has to pull the trigger on this one. Everyone seems to love it. Yes, I've seen it everywhere. In fact, I'm going to actually take it back. I can't take it back to the library today or tomorrow because it's going to be closed, and I don't want this sitting out overnight in an outdoor library drop box. I feel like it would get humidity or snow or moisture on it. But I'm going to take it back as soon as possible because there's people waiting for it. Classic vegetable, how do I say this? Guo-tai? Guo-tea? Guo-tea? I don't know. Classic vegetable dumpling. Yum. Now I have a recipe to make it myself. I'll probably take a picture of the recipe before I take this book back. Chicken, fennel, and apple, however you say that dumpling. Chili, crisp, chicken, and peach. What? And look how beautiful the color is. That is amazing. I have not seen something like this in an Asian cookbook before. And I look through a lot of cookbooks. Of course, I don't remember everything I've looked at because we go through so many. Pork belly mushroom shumai in corn soup. Wow. Imagine coming into that after shoveling snow all day. I didn't shovel snow today. I probably should have, but I shoveled yesterday. Ugh. I was reading this article that's like, you should not shovel snow if you're over age 50. And I was like, ooh, they're like over age 55. I'm like, oh, I'm not 55 yet. I don't have an excuse. And I had to go shovel. Roasted carrot and pork bao. I love that beautiful shape. Wow. That takes practice. And here's bao, egg, and soy glazed bacon sandwiches. That's pretty cool. Okay. And those of you just joining us, we're looking through first generation. We're headed towards, family style meals. Roasted salmon with soy orange glaze. Coca-Cola and soy glazed baby back ribs. We're in the family style chapter. Another one is Mom's tomato seafood stew. And let's jump ahead because, look at all these family style. Nice. Oh, so many things. Okay. Is there a dessert chapter? I forget. Yes. Reese's Puffs brownies. And oolong milk tea and almond rice crispy treats. Wow, that is first generation. I will be doing a more thorough look through over on our YouTube in maybe a day. Well, just because I film it doesn't mean I'm going to publish it, but I want to look through this a little bit more closely before I take it back to the library in a couple days. So that was first generation. Next, I picked up, because it was available, a Nigella Lawson cookbook at my table, a celebration of home cooking. I could always find good stuff in here. Came out in, Flatiron Books is the publisher. This one came out in the US in 2017. And the contents are just recipes. It doesn't seem to be sorted at all. Well, okay. Okay then. Introduction. My ring light is not happy that I'm wearing black and it's making it look dark whenever I hold the book up. Ooh, yum. She says, my portions are generous. I'm never knowingly under-catered. Here's a recipe for Turkish eggs, waffles. I guess we're starting off with breakfast. Egg tortilla pie. Hey, those of you watching on YouTube, go ahead and give me a hello in the comments. Black pudding hash. Golden egg curry. Deviled eggs. Now, what is her secret? Because everyone has something they add to deviled eggs to give it their own touch, right? Okay, she asks for eggs, mayonnaise, English or Dijon mustard, sea salt flakes or kosher salt, paprika, of course, Tabasco, a few drops, okay, extra virgin olive oil, aha, that's something I haven't seen before. And then she asked for water from a freshly boiled kettle. Oh, excuse me. And chives. Okay. Some people add honey or a little sweetness, and I wish they wouldn't, so I'm glad. And some people add a little bit of pickle juice. Tomato and fried bread hash. Yum. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through At My Table by Nigella Lawson, and Happy New Year's Eve. Chili cheese garlic bread. Yum. Whipped feta toasts. Whoa, not sure what's happening there. Toasted brie, prosciutto, and fig sandwich. And since there's no chapters, I can't really jump ahead to the next one, but whoa, how beautiful. What is this? I almost said nachos because I saw those, but it's not nachos. That's pita. Parmesan French toast is that one. This one is, beef and eggplant feta. Well, it was very pretty, very Mediterranean. Spelt spaghetti with spicy sesame mushrooms. Oh, that's interesting. I don't usually go out of my way to eat spelt. I will if someone makes it for me. Gemelli with anchovies, tomatoes, and mascarpone. M3 has never made a recipe by Nigella ever. I don't think I have either. Mussels with pasta and tomatoes. Ooh, sorry. God, my ring light is not enjoying this. Part of that is I go to a lot of restaurants, so I don't have time to cook because I'm out of the house, but I don't know. And that is a privilege, I know. But I'm a wine blogger. We go to restaurants. Capellini with scallops. I love capellini, and it cooks so quickly. Radiatori with sausage and saffron. So this cookbook doesn't seem to have a theme. She's just kind of moving through it. Turmeric rice, back to the Mediterranean or Middle East again. Roasted red endive. Ooh, I've never seen it roasted like that. Butternut and sweet potato curry. That would be a good autumn dish. Ooh, potato waffles with bacon right on top. Moroccan vegetable pot. I like how many Moroccan recipes she has in here, and Middle Eastern. Tomato and horseradish salad. No, thank you. Horseradish is painful. Beet and goat cheese salad with plenty of beets. Subverting the spiralizer. That's funny. Cilantro and jalapeno salsa. Roast loin of salmon. Butterflied chicken. Chicken fricassee. Roast duck with orange, soy, and ginger. Sausages with apples and onions. Very Oktoberfestish. Here's a queen of puddings. Apple ginger jack. I've never heard of a ginger jack. I won't be eating it because I'm allergic. Chocolate olive oil mousse. Warm blondie pudding cake. We seem to be in the dessert section. Ooh, I see some fruit. Oh, butterscotch pots. Now, I normally would just make Jell-O pudding, and the butterscotch Jell-O pudding is one of the only 2 vegetarian ones, I think, that doesn't have gelatin. But that looks pretty good. And if this was Italian, it would be called a budino, and I love that dessert, and it's hardly ever on the menu at Italian restaurants. So then I have spumoni instead. Emergency brownies. We often have emergencies, don't we? Chocolate emergencies. So that is, I'm sure everything is delicious. Nothing really stood out because it wasn't structured. I just kind of went through. I would prefer if she had some actual chapters, but okay. She can arrange her cookbook any way she wants. She's one of the best-selling cookbook authors in the world, so apparently her method works. Okay, fine. Next in the carousel is bread on the table. I'm looking forward to doing some winter bread baking because it makes the house smell so good, and my guests will appreciate it, except for, no. Oh, one of my guests that's coming is gluten-free. Okay, so we'll be making some gluten-free bread too. This is by David Norman, the owner of Austin's Easy Tiger Bake Shop and Beer Garden. Okay, and I have not looked through this yet or baked anything out of it. M3 is excited for this one. All right, you know your cookbooks. This came out in 2020. Oh, when it starts off with just a gorgeous photo, I'm like, yep, it's going to be good. 10-speed press. Recipes for making and enjoying Europe's most beloved breads. I hope there's a good rye recipe. Okay. We start off with a chapter on French bread and then Scandinavian bread. I'm looking for some rye recipes. German bread. German is my family's ancestral history, and my grandmother definitely made bread, and she never made pretzels. That's kind of a stereotype. Italian bread and bread in Central Texas in a tortilla town. Okay. Ooh. And introduction, blah, blah, blah. We don't read those on air usually. Just a little piece. He's talking about how he learned to make bread. The longer the introduction, I wonder. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. Okay, different types of bread that he's selling at his place. Still in the introduction. Ooh, this is one of the longest introductions I've ever seen. Okay, equipment, ingredients. All cookbooks have these little chart for the dough, the feel, adjust the water, not the flour, steps to making great bread, mixing and kneading, fermentation, shaping, proofing, etc., etc. So this is educational. Baking. And he's talking about an autolyzer. I'm not at that level of bread baking. I'm still an amateur. Beautiful photos, though. Okay. Wow. We're going a long way. Using a stand mixer. I am going to read this because I suspect I'm not using mine to its potential. French bread. All right. Those of you on YouTube joining us, we're looking through bread on the table. First chapter, learning from the masters. French bread is arguably the world's most iconic bread, he starts off. Yep. Baguette. The first recipe of the book, and we are 41 pages in. Pain de campagne, French country bread. I prefer country breads. I like to sop up soup with them. They're thicker. They don't have as much of a crumb and holes, etc. Fermentation, shaping. And I will probably never try to make croissants again because that sucked. Oh, it's so nice and rustic. However, it is kind of hard to chew that crust. If you have some teeth issues or a tender mouth, that's going to be rough. This is bread with prunes and hazelnuts. Hey, I forgot to ask you, M3, is my microphone okay? We've had some microphone issues on Amazon Live in general, and then a couple times people have said my microphone is too quiet, and I'm actually talking kind of loud because people in my house can hear me right now. But French dark rye bread. That's beautiful. Doesn't look very dark to me, but okay. I was thinking it was going to be like pitch black. And we're still in the French bread chapter. Pullman bread. Yum. Great for sandwiches. Your mic is great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know what I could do about it if it wasn't, but a couple days ago, I had to actually stop my live stream, go reboot the computer, wait for it to boot back up, start the whole stream over again. It was embarrassing. Don't know what happened. Building a sourdough starter. I was hoping that would be in here. French bread. Keep going. French bread. Okay. Ooh, that is just gorgeous. I could probably look at pictures of bread all day. I'm hoping the place I go to for a cocktail has a little bread on the menu. French bread on the table. Bread is central in French culture. Oh, some actual recipes. Oh, okay. As one of the dishes that could be cooked in the dying heat of the baker's oven, this stew was mentioned in so-and-so's book, The Taste of Bread. Oh, I didn't know we were going to have actual food recipes in here. A croque monsieur sandwich, oysters with mignonette, which you would serve with bread. Now we're in the Scandinavian chapter. My introduction to a new world of bread. In Sweden, where I was a high school exchange student, there are two categories of bread. Matbröd, meaning literally food bread, is eaten with savory meals, most often sliced thinly and topped with other ingredients to make open-faced sandwiches. We all knew that about Scandinavian sandwiches. Kaffebröd is sweet bread served for fika, the ubiquitous Swedish coffee break. Nice. Whole grain rye bread. Fullkornsbröd. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Some people on YouTube get really mad when we mispronounce something. I'm like, I'm sorry. I've never seen these words said out loud. Rye sourdough starter. Important recipe to have. Gotland's bread. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. They use bitter orange peel in it. Wow. Danish rye bread. I'm skipping ahead a little because we still have 5 or 6 more cookbooks. Oh, I was hoping they had a lefse recipe. Norwegian flatbreads, family style. Interesting how they get the texture on it. Oh, and step-by-step photos. Yay! Scandinavian bread on the table. A Christmas ham recipe. A gravlax recipe. I wanted to see the ham. I don't know. I don't see a picture of it. Okay, sorry. Cultured butter, Christmas kale, German bread. And they start off with pretzels. Okay. Thank you for inventing pretzels, German people. Germany has an incredible variety of bread, he writes. Most loaves include some amount of rye flour, but white rolls are common for breakfast. White tin bread is common for toasting, and many other whole grains are used as well. German country bread with 30% rye. Ooh. I've never seen a bread with divots like that in a bakery. Bauernbrot. German farmer's bread with 70% rye. Now, see, you're going to need a sharp bread knife to cut through the top of that one for sure. Whole wheat bread with flax seeds. That wouldn't be my first pick. I don't know about you. White breakfast rolls, but what do they have on top? Poppy seeds, sesames, milk powder, salt, yeast, water. What is on top of it? I don't know. Each of those loaves looks like a labor of love. Yes. Milk powder. Oh, poppy or sesame seeds. It could be either one. Okay, so I guess right either way. Easy. Tiger pretzels. Why are they called tiger pretzels? The word pretzel, or Brezel in German, comes from the Latin word for arms, which are crossed as the medieval pose for prayer. Well, that's right. I actually never knew why we shaped pretzels that way. You'll learn something every day. It's why I love cookbooks. Okay. Our easy tiger pretzels are based on the Bavarian tradition of soft pretzels made with a stiff yeasted dough. I don't know why it says tiger. Okay, they didn't explain it. Oh well. German bread on the table. They're going to give us a food recipe. Chef Drew's Easy Tiger Beer Cheese. What is with the word tiger? At Easy. Oh, it's the restaurant name or the bakery name. Easy Tiger. Okay, that explains it. Whew. Italian bread. Oh, it's going to be dangerous. I like to try different focaccia recipes from all the different cookbooks, and I still have never made a perfectly chewy focaccia. Yeah, none of that looks easy. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I can kind of wing it lately on just a plain country white bread. I don't even need a recipe anymore. I just kind of make it. But then you get mixed results when you do it that way. Because baking is a science, not an art like cooking. Pane Toscano, saltless Tuscan bread. Well, why wouldn't you want salt in it? I don't know. I like salt. Okay. Wow. It's so complicated when there's 3.5 pages telling you how to make the recipe. Ciabatta. Okay. Ciabatta is so far 2 pages, 4 pages. Panini press bread. I've never seen such a thing. That's beautiful. Is there going to be a focaccia recipe in here? Nope. Okay. Fine. And no breadsticks either. That's fine. Italian bread on the table. A couple recipes. Crostini, Toscani, Tuscan chicken liver toasts. And Italian sandwiches, a caprese panini, melanzana panini. We all know what these are. Bread in Central Texas. Getting to the end of the book. Baking bread in a tortilla town. He makes white pan bread. And smoked flour fougasse. Did I say that right? Fougasse? Smoked flour. I've never heard of that. Oh, interesting how he leaves the little, that's cool. Right now, I don't know if you just heard my dog growl in the background. He's growling because he's hungry. He wants me to get up and feed him. No, it's an hour before dinner time. No. Mexican sourdough rolls. Wow, what did you think of that? That is bread on the table. We're going to look through it on YouTube in a YouTube video in a couple days as well, so that we can do it more carefully and slowly and not quite so casual and chit-chatty. I love the chit-chat part. Next, I just got done doing a YouTube video about Pie Squared, Slab Pies by Kathy Barrow. I can't believe I didn't look through this before. I thought I had a YouTube video. Maybe I did and I deleted it because when we Our first 50 YouTube videos pretty much suck. We didn't know what we were doing. We had bad cameras, bad lighting. You've got pi squared and love it. Okay. So since you are the only person interacting, I will flip through this quickly for everyone else since they're not commenting. And no one is currently watching on Facebook or YouTube. So just in case people look at this on their rewatch, she does amazing, all sorts of different crusts, like caramelized onion crust, rye crust, pressed crust, grocery store crust, chocolate crust, etc. And then she does tons of savory slab pies, like this tomato pie. Oh, I'm dying to make this. Southern style tomato slab pie with the cheddar cheese crust. So savory, 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 tons of good stuff in here. This is the one my boyfriend would want me to make for him. This is a beefy empanada, which I would use fake beef, like Beyond Beef, etc. And then she starts doing the desserty sweet pies too. I used to not like apricots. I do now. So it's a little bit old-fashioned photography style, but it's awesome. Everything looks delicious. There's so much stuff I want to make in here that I think I'm going to break down and buy it because this is a library book and they're going to want it back. That's pi squared slab pies. All right. It is 26% off on Amazon today. It's on sale for $20.75. Here's one I'm very curious about that I grabbed at the library. Have not looked through it. A Palestinian cookbook. M3 says I just bought some new pans in the right size earlier this week. Oh, nice. That you're getting ready. Okay, we have 4 cookbooks left. Woo, I better get a move on it. The Palestinian Table. This is one I have not looked through, and I love Middle Eastern cooking. It's by Phaidon. They always do amazing cookbooks. Let's check it out. When did this come out? Notice that this library book is pretty beat up compared to my other ones. That makes me think someone really enjoyed it and actually cooked out of it. The basics, dips and small bites, bakes and braises, desserts and sweet treats, bread and pastries, breakfast, salad, sides, vegetables, soups, stews, rice, grains, and fate, celebration dishes, and then at the end, drinks and preserves. Introduction, Journey from Jerusalem. I was born to parents from 2 very different parts of the country. My mother is a Palestinian Muslim from Jaluya, a rural village, and my father's Palestinian Christian from Ramah, a mountain village. Okay. And the women in his family inspired his cooking, the Palestinian table, and how we cook. If you've ever tried to get a recipe from a Palestinian mother or grandmother, you'll know the agony that is trying to obtain certain exact measurements. Yeah. How we eat. The importance of good ingredients. Yes. 9 spice mix. Oh, a recipe for labneh, which they spell labana. Labani. I see it at restaurants as Labne. Interesting. Okay. Cooked yogurt sauce, tahini sauce, toasted pine nuts or almonds, vermicelli rice. Looks like we're going through the pantry and sauces part of the cookbook. Pita bread. Okay. I'd like to know why when I try to make pita bread, I end up with, and I follow the recipe carefully, I don't improvise, I end up with fluffy dinner rolls. And when I try to make fluffy dinner rolls, I end up with flat bread. So I think I'm cursed. I don't know. Jerusalem sesame bagels. Taboon bread. Ooh, interesting. You can see where they put the finger marks and left them. Interesting. Zatar filled flatbreads. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. I should never do the show before dinner. Spice seeded crackers. But I've learned that after dinner, I just don't get up the energy to get on a live stream. After dinner, I'm like, that was great. I'm full. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the Palestinian table. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I'm chatting with M3 over on Amazon Live. We're also broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube at Cookbook Divas. Fried eggs with Zatar and sumac. I might make that for breakfast tomorrow. I had fried eggs this morning, but I just did butter with them. Boring. A Palestinian frittata. What makes it Palestinian? I mean, a frittata is a frittata. They use scallions or spring onions, parsley, flat leaf, mint leaves, aha, aha, garlic, a green chili, ground cumin, black pepper, and a little bit of flour and olive oil for frying. Okay. The mint and the garlic is how it would be different than the one I make. Oh, a shakshuka recipe, egg and potato hash, cauliflower fritters. Yum. Let's jump ahead though. Dips and small bites. Muhammara. I took a cooking class once and learned how to make this, and it's easy, and I never made it again. So that means I'm lazy, because it's really not hard to make. Fried baba ganoush, deep fried cheese, and Zatar parcels. I need a picture of that. This is chicken, sumac, and pine nut rolls that you then dip into a creamy sauce. Yum. Kibbeh, the guiding principles, fried kibbeh. They spell it kabe, so that means I'm pronouncing it wrong. And tomato, garlic, and sumac salad. Gorgeous. We're about halfway through this cookbook. Palestinian salad with a flatbread to go with it. Lentil, garlic, and pasta soup. Wow, look at that texture. I've never seen a soup like that. I've never had one. Interesting. I'm going to try that. I have lentils. Jute mallow stew. I'm guessing jute is that green herb that we don't necessarily have here in the U.S. Okra and red chili stew. Now that is, we definitely have okra and red chili in the U.S. Interesting. I would eat that. Fish in olive oil, lemon, and cilantro or coriander. Shawarma with onions and sumac. Kofta and tahini bake. It's so hard to photograph beige food and make it look good, but that looks good. Kofta and tomato bake. Oh, yum. I want to try this recipe. And I will probably have to, I think it has meat in it, so I'll substitute Beyond Beef or whatever. Spiced leg of lamb. I have so many fake meats in my freezer right now. Yogurt and garlic risotto. That could be a nice comfort food if you're not feeling well. Frika pilaf with lamb and pine nuts. Frika beef and vegetables pies. Cute. Adorable. Nice little size too. Chickpeas and lamb on toasted pita with tahini sauce. Celebration dishes. Stuffed vegetables in tomato sauce. Rice stuffed chicken. Chicken, onion, and sumac flatbreads. I didn't expect to see the entire chicken just sitting on there. I wonder how you cut that before you eat it. Flipped over chicken and vegetable rice. Wow, they like putting chicken pieces on top of stuff. I guess I haven't seen a cookbook like this. Lamb, garlic, and chickpea pilaf, and they've just laid the lamb on top of the rice. Okay. Interesting. Oh, look at this beautiful toasted bread pudding with cream and pistachios. So pretty. And baklava, of course. And this is shredded phyllo and cheese pie. I've actually had one of those before. It's very, you do a lot of chewing, but it's good. It's a little crispy. Semolina cake. Okay. I think we're about at the end of this one. The Palestinian table. I'll do a closer look through that on YouTube in a couple days. Reem Cassis or Cassis. Next, we have Out of the Pantry. I always love pantry cookbooks. The photography is pretty old-fashioned because this is from 2012, which is not that long ago, but cookbook photography has changed since then. But everything is light and bright, and you can see it. Stuffed squid. So it's another one of those books where I need to use up stuff from a pantry. What can I do with this can, or what can I add to it to make it better, etc. And this cookbook has been well loved, and some of the pages are starting to fall out. So I think I'm not going to add to the problem by flipping through it on camera. So that was just your little peek of Out of the Pantry by Trish Haggerty. And I believe she's written a book since. So click through the listing on Amazon and look through and see. I want to grab, this is not a cookbook, but it's Marie Kondo's Karashi at Home, and it does have some recipes in it. How to organize your space and achieve your ideal life, blah, blah, blah. It's on sale today, 30% off on Amazon Live, $19.60. I'll just flip through. It's actually a really pretty and inspiring book if you care about home organizing. And I like to read and look through books about home organizing, but not actually organize my home because I'm cluttery, but sanitary. I mopped the floor today with hot water and chemicals, blah, blah, blah. But I'm cluttery because there's books everywhere. This came out recently in November 2022. And like I said, she does have some recipes for like tea, matcha. You can see once in a while she's talking about how to make a dish that her family enjoys. So that's Marie Kondo's Karashi at Home. Let me know if you have any questions about it. We have one cookbook left. It is also on sale for... I just dropped a cookbook on the floor. My poor dogs are freaking out. The final cookbook we'll look through today is heavy. So I'm going to have to flip through because I can't hold it up without hurting my neck and my back. It's by the America's Test Kitchen TV show host ladies, Bridget and Julia. And they shared their favorite recipes for feeding their family and their friends. And let me just peek at the table of contents. Weekend breakfasts, home-style dinners, casual entertaining, and holiday celebrations. And because this is so heavy, I'm just going to have to flip through. Ooh! To give you an idea. And we'll flip through a few times. But I can't hold it and turn page by page by page without injuring my back. I wasn't expecting to see a chicken right in the pot. So this is a very comprehensive cookbook. And if you were just going to have one that you took with you to a vacation house, maybe even on your phone instead of the actual cookbook, this could cover all of your bases. I would definitely use this for entertaining. And I might keep it out from the library for a few days because I am cooking for a whole bunch of people that are coming to visit me this weekend. So this is Cooking at Home with Bridget and Julia from America's Test Kitchen. And then it's their family recipes and how they host feasts for friends. And I see a lot of comfort foods in here. Yum. Holiday celebrations. Oh, beautiful. Lots of use of color. Some healthy looking stuff in there too. But looks like big portions, which is fine. I can't cook big portions at home just for me and my boyfriend, especially because we eat different proteins. But if I have a bunch of people coming over, I make massive portions because I want to have leftovers to send home with people if they like them. So that is my end of my cookbook haul live stream for today. Thank you so much for being here and watching, and especially M3 for chatting with me. Happy New Year, you guys. And I might or might not be here tonight on Amazon Live doing 80s, 90s, and 2000s pop culture and music trivia. I probably will because it sounds fun and I love playing trivia with you guys. So I hope to see you later tonight. If not, Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2023. Bye.